Jeff in the corner here, guys.
Chuck, I know you guys did not shoot free throws in the second half as well as you would like. What do you guys think you did to compensate for that and hold on?
I think we were really well on the defensive side. I think that's what kind of forced them to take a tough shots late in the second half. And they did get some open ones, but I think when you play solid defense, it just makes up for missing free throws.
Carter, you had a career high 7 points, and it just felt like you were playing on a different level today. What was going through your head as you stepped in on some of those bigger plays, and just what do you think contributed to how well you played?
Yeah, I mean, ever since the season started, just my teammates telling me to play more like myself out there. I've played good in practice, and it was just all those reps paying off and just doing it out in the game and being more instinctive and not thinking as much. So just my teammates and coaches believing in me.
Chris in front of you.
Chucky, you guys had 14 assists on 20 made shots tonight. What can you say about the offense's ball movement and kind of how that's been helping you early in the season here?
For sure. That's what I love about this team. You know, nobody cares who's scoring the ball as long as the ball is going in. We had a possession in the first half where three of us, I think me, Max, and Connor had open threes, and we just kicked it one more. So that just kind of shows you the type of team we are.
Abby?
Connor, you had that big three-pointer with 7 minutes and 24 seconds. I'm over here if you're looking for me. And that shot took the lead for the rest of the game. How big was that in your mind to just solidify the win?
I mean, honestly, I was just going out there and just continuing to play basketball. Really, you know, whatever we needed at that time, and it just fell into place like that. And so that sparked a run, and you know, I mean, it was huge, but I mean, it was the guys that were getting me open. You know, obviously, Chuck on that one, he drove and kicked it out. So, I mean, it's a team thing.
Jeff, in the back here, guys.
I mean, I'm always looking at it as next one in. I know me and Gil say that a lot. That's our thing. So it was just next one in, and I mean, it's just out there playing ball. If it's open, and it's, you know, we're just playing.
Abby's in the back, guys.
Carter, Dante Scott's a tough assignment for everyone, and him and Tyler were going back and forth. What did you see that was just so hard to compete with Scott? He was held pretty low today, but he's just a tough assignment in general.
Yeah, he's big, he's physical, and he looks to score a lot when he gets the ball. He's not looking to pass as much as some of the other players. He's aggressive. But I think we did a good job gapping up around him. And, I mean, it's a team assignment. It's not just one guy that's going to guard him. So I think as a team we did a very good job defending him. We still got some stuff to work on, but I think our team did a pretty good job.
Ben?
Carter, I don't know if you've looked at the stat sheet, but, you know, Jordan Davis, just a kind of a solid evening for you. What has he provided for this team? I know he's not high on the marquee in terms of scoring, but he seems like recently he's just kind of doing those little things, making those big shots.
Yeah. Obviously, he had the shot in the Marquette game to put us up 3, and then today he started off really well. He cuts well. He just does everything we need to do to win, and I think that's just something our team does very well, and Jordan especially, of just finding our role and finding what he can do to help the team in whatever way possible, and he's done a very good job of finding what he can do to help our team, and today he started off very good. I think we went away from him a little bit, but he's just continued to work and provide whatever spark he can for us.
Abby in the back, and then
Connor or Chucky, can you just speak to what you saw from Carter today, just how well he played?
I mean, it just really goes with what he's been doing in practice. I mean, every day he shows up, and he's one of the hardest working kids on the floor. And that really, I feel like that showed and blossomed today in the game. It's really just a continuation of what he's been doing and all the hard work. So to see him finally get out there and be able to do those things, you know, it's really good to see him get in that rhythm.
Chris up front here.
Connor, Max didn't play as big of a role in the offense maybe as he did on Saturday and that went over Marquette. But as one of the younger guys on this team, what can you say about his leadership on the court? He kind of always seems to be a calming presence for you guys when things get a little riled.
Yeah, he's definitely, you know, someone who's always trying to pick someone up. He's the first one to, you know, always come over and be like, hey, keep your head up, next play. You know, even to me, you know, in particular, he does that a lot. So his leadership on this team, you know, even just coming in as a transfer this year and just taking that role by heart, he's doing a really good job of just keeping us, you know, together.
Okay, we got Ben for one, please.
Chucky, there was 9 fouls called in the first half and 29 in the second. How frustrating is that when a game may be called differently from half to half, and how hard is it to kind of stay in rhythm? Did you notice a difference in how the game was called after halftime?
Definitely, I feel like after every possession, the game stops. So, I mean, it's kind of what we wanted to kind of slow the game down and get them out of rhythm. But it's definitely not something we don't want to do is foul and kind of just stop the game and then just give them a good opportunity to get some good shots. So, I mean, that's something we just got to fix. We just got to stop fouling a lot. We got caught gambling a lot of times and putting ourselves in bad situations in order for us to foul. So, I think we just got to fix that, and it's a simple fix too.
I'll try to get my voice going here. It's not from the game. I'm battling a little cold, but I'm proud of our guys. Obviously, a Big Ten battle, and you'd expect nothing less. Kevin's got a good team. We make it harder on ourselves at times than we need to, but we're able to do just enough to close it out. Like I said, I thought we got good contributions. I thought Carter Gilmore did some really good things off the bench when Tyler was struggling and in some foul trouble. We made enough plays when we needed to and guarded better than we had in the last two games, which was good to see. But like I said, the start of league play and 19 more, that'll probably be very similar. That's what this league is about. And with that, I'll open up to questions.
Abby in the back, Coach.
You mentioned Carter Gilmore. I was wondering if you could just break down what you saw, like specifically from him. I know he had a career high 7 points, but it just felt like one of his better games this season.
Yeah, the thing with Carter is I don't find him making many mistakes on the defensive end. The positioning is really good. His awareness of things, he's got a good basketball IQ. He helps cover up for teammates' mistakes. Like I said, positioning is a big thing. I thought he did a great job of chesting up and walling up there. It was either on Reese or Dante Scott, and forced a tough foul. I thought he blocked out pretty well. Got a couple fouls off the defensive glass, but he's just solid, and that's he understands who he is, and he understands who he is not, and he, for the most part, stays trending towards what he's capable of doing and doesn't try to get out of character.
Jeff?
Greg, these games, last one possession, two possession have become commonplace for this team. Do you think the games you played previously tonight helped you in that regard because they had been in this environment before?
No doubt. I mean, I think just the strength of our schedule, who we played, where we've had to play. We've had, this is 6 or 7 or 8, 6 already in a row. I'm talking about close games, but in terms of going back to Stanford and all the way through the Bahama trip and come back with Wake last week and Marquette. These guys have gotten a lot of experience got their feet to the fire, which is what we needed. It forces growth when you have to really buckle down and play.
Chris in front.
Coach, you guys had 14 assists on 20 made baskets. How do you feel the offense is progressing in this season? Do you like the ball movement? Maybe at times in the first half, was there a little too much passing? What did you see tonight?
I think, there's times when it's good. I mean, getting to the line 27 times is good. Only making 17 is not. So there's things we got to continue to get better at. I thought we could have finished better, played off 2 feet more, used more pump fakes, shot more free throws, made better decisions. And we had 8 turnovers, 5 in the first half. And there's probably 5 of those 8 that were it was our doing to ourselves. So there's a lot of good things, but we got a long ways to go yet. We got to become more consistent. So, like I said earlier in my opening statement, we have a tendency tonight specifically made things harder on us than we needed to, and it's credit to Maryland to keep battling back. And so they got some good players and a good team, and but proud of our guys how they responded.
Abby in the back.
Greg, you guys held Maryland to 38.2% shooting, which is their lowest shooting percentage of the season. How hard is that to do against a team like Maryland who has so many just offensive weapons?
Yeah, I think more so, Abby, than the shooting percentage. I look at points per possession, and they have 59 points on 67 possessions. So, and they were under, they were under 1 both halves. I think they were 29 on 31 in the first half, and 30 on 36 in the second. So that tells me from an efficiency standpoint on the defensive end, we were doing some good things. And typically, unless you're turning a team over a lot, that'll be reflective in shooting percentage. But, we controlled the tempo. I thought we did a good job of making them have to play against our set defense, which is always a goal of ours against anybody. And we just tried not to give them too many things easy. Nothing at the rim and no easy threes.
Right here in the middle, Coach.
Coach, adding on to that, Tyler Wall did have the foul trouble. You did limit opponents to only 35% inside the paint. What do you say about the guys who stepped up inside the paint with that performance, especially given you gave up 75% inside the paint just a week ago?
Well, every game is different in terms of the personnel you're playing against. But as I mentioned earlier, when I highlighted the play at Gilmore, I thought he did a good job of not getting out of position, stopping the ball when he needed to. We didn't have many dribble drives to the rim that got loose on us for the most part tonight. A week ago, we had too many. Saturday, we had a few too many as well. So that was better. And that obviously changes as you see different opponents based on the personnel they put on the floor. And, if we're able to squeeze the floor, we were able to do that a little bit more tonight. And I think they've learned from what's happened in the past to us.
Jeff?
Greg, when a team is struggling from the free throw line like you guys were tonight, do you say anything at all in the huddles, or you just let it go and have them work themselves through it?
Yeah, unless it becomes a common thing. But I watch these guys shoot free throws every day. Tyler has shot them really well. He's been in the 80% range. Just get there and knock them down. It does become a little infectious though. When you're, you make one. You miss one, and then a teammate goes up. But I like the fact that we're getting there. But, we need to just calm down and relax and knock them down.
Got one more for Coach. Chris?
Coach, building off what you just said there about calming down and relaxing, Max is a guy that might not have had as big of an impact on the box score today as he did on Saturday. But what can you say about his leadership on the court and just kind of keeping the guys calm and focused?
Yeah, I think he did a good job of, Tyler got wound up a little bit there in the first half when things weren't going well, and even in the second half, and he grabbed him a couple times on the court and just said, "Hey, chill out a little bit." So that's where his leadership comes in, and that's 3 years of playing college basketball. The experience comes in a lot of formats, but obviously the box score is one thing, but his leadership and voice and those things that can permeate to the other guys, and because he's been in a lot of those situations in his career already, so that's where his leadership can step up and help other guys when they're struggling, and if guys need to be motivated a little bit, he's good at that too.
Okay. Thank you, Coach.
All right,
awesome.
thank you.
Good win.